is it locked in? Hello and welcome everyone. Round 23 in the NPL New South Wales Women's Competition. The final match day about to get underway. Sydney Olympic hosting the Northern Tigers live here from the Crest in Bankstown. I'm Annabelle Banfield and it's a cool and wet evening here, but hopefully we've got a good game in store. Two teams who sit in that mid-table range. The Tigers in 5th and Olympic in 8th. They don't have a path to the semi-finals in 2026, but they'll want to finish the season strongly with just 4 games to go. Get you started with the lineups. For Olympic, they start with number 7, Lola Sosai, 8, Tiana Petkovsky, 9, Lauren Nada, 11, Juliana Nicholas, 12, Bella Voici-Yulden, 17, Morgan Witz, 31, Kaya Buchanan, 39, Sophia Varley, 52, Jaya Bowman, 58, Maya Fernandez, and 72, Baxter Few. On the bench for Olympic, 6, Erin Diavatiotis, 13, Tara Bordana, 16, Kiana Woods, 23, Matilda Bradley, 29, Lacey Wynn, and 61, Tess Quilligan. As for the Tigers, they start with 4, Isabella Keach, 5, Amelia Feeney, 10, Charlotte Mortlock, 11, Lily McMahon, 14, Beth Bernardi, 18, Greta Crisula, 19, Tegan Douglas, 23, Tanae Morris, 24, Emily Visser, 32, Bethany Gordon, and 44, Annalie Grove. And on the bench for the Tigers, 7, Bo Burton, 17, Chloe Wallendow, 20, Jada Taylor, 27, Sophia Paz, 37, Sophie Watson, 47, Claire Fulton, and 99, Olivia Riddell. So 2 teams that are in a bit of form at the minute. Olympic have had 3 straight wins last week, beating the Illawarra Stingrays 1-0. Meanwhile, the Northern Tigers have been undefeated for the last 5 weeks, but that includes a few draws in there, so they'd be keen to get back to winning ways. Drew 1-1 last week versus Hills and 2-2 against Sydney University. Dropped crucial points as they were looking to charge back into semi-finals contention, but unfortunately for the Tigers, it is now mathematically impossible for them to make the postseason. So a big evening of football about to get underway. This match will be refereed by Felix Atkin Bolton with Stephanie Hilton and Sapan Basnet as the assistants. So a little bit late to kick off, but Olympic get us underway here at the Crest. Meanwhile, the Tigers have won it back quickly and got it to their speedster, Tanae Morris. Stopped on the line there by Bowman very nearly. An early corner. These 2 sides faced off earlier in the year. It was the Tigers who got the job done. A 3-1 win on that occasion. But of course, in this competition, teams can change dramatically throughout the season. Beth Gordon onto this ball in the box. Cutting back to McMahon. Back in the starting lineup this week is McMahon. She replaces Cartwright, who is out of the squad this evening. Olympic have a change of their own. Lauren Nada just cleared that ball. She's back as a starter after being a bench player last week. McMahon, square ball. Mortlock with an early shot. Saved well by Varley. So yeah, Lauren Nada joins the side. The starting 11 this evening relegates Tess Quilligan to the bench, who is one of several A-League players signed mid-season by Olympic, and Tigers have their own squad, also filled with talent. Real tussle on that far side, and eventually the foul is called. Against Fernandez on that occasion. Keach, a man of the match performance last week in the draw against Hills. Feeney about to take the throw. She was the player who could rescue a point last week for the Tigers. Scored a shot that really didn't look likely. Slipped through the hands of the goalkeeper in the end. Visser trusted again to make the start for the Tigers, playing as a left back. Made her starting debut last week, Emily Visser. And clearly did well, gets to go again. Also was on the corner duty last week. Pitkovsky. They're able to get forward quickly here, Olympic. The pass wide from Pitkovsky was slow, and then gives up the foul. Looked to be a frustrated attempt at a tackle. As I said, both of these teams safe from the relegation zone, not able to make the finals at the top, but for individual players, there's plenty to prove. A-League contracts are going to be picked up with a strong performance in the NPL. Grove with an important clearance, beating Witts to the ball. The American who's been a strong contributor for Olympic all season. Nada for Pitkovsky. And eventually the offside is called. You could sense that Pitkovsky perhaps knew that the whistle was about to be blown. She'd slowed right up. Grove going long. The header by Nada. Witts off the mark with her pass. Olympic win it back quickly. Beth Gordon remains down, clutching at the back of her foot, it looks like. And in the end, the ball rolls out for a corner. Grove might have been able to get there. Second guessed herself. I think thought it's about to go out for a goal kick, but nonetheless, first set piece. That's a genuine attacking opportunity. Will be for the home side. Beth Gordon, who also went down during that play, is now back up, ready to defend. be Juliana Nicholas. Swinging the ball in. Pops back out for Nicholas. Driven ball into the area. The shot comes in, saved by Grove, diving down to her right. Tigers opened the game well, but it's been Olympic these last couple of minutes. We've had the momentum, certainly the field position, as the Tigers struggle to play forward. A wet grass field that this match is taking place on. Looks to be a good quality surface though. McMahon tries to flick on. Didn't work out. Nada about to take the throw. Just captained New South Wales to all schools victory. And was selected once again for the Australian schoolgirls team, which she was part of last year. Tigers able to move the ball well on the right. Gordon gets the pass forward, goes to ground in doing so, but play continues. Poor back pass, invites McMahon into the action, but Bowman makes amends with the interception. Few under pressure from Morris. Now Bowman once again loses the ball. It's a mess in the box, but Fernandez can settle things down. Olympic scramble with their defence and are able to prevent any opportunity for a shot. Buchanan for Petkovsky. Tiana Petkovsky tries to shoot from range. It's blocked by Keach. Kai Buchanan on the ball now. Her sister Ella, a former NPL New South Wales star, announced this week she'll be leaving Perth Glory. She'll be leaving the Western Sydney Wanderers and heading off to Perth, joining the Glory. Kaya, meanwhile, also with some A-League experience last season with the Mariners, and big news this week in Australian women's football after the Holman Barnes Group and Apia have teamed up to buy the Central Coast Mariners women's licence. Good news for many of these players. I believe the count is up to 5 Sydney Olympic players who are Mariners in the A-League season. McMahon now in the box. Douglas. They're forced all the way back here, the Tigers. Keach combining with Douglas. Moving the ball at the back, but Tigers still looking for the path forward. Going down the right now with Mortlock. Keach over the top. Sends Bernardi after the ball. The experienced veteran is able to get it. McMahon very nearly in the box. Was able to tap that one home. Just slightly mistimed the run. Now Witt sends Petkovsky forward. Olympic with a chance at the other end. Morgan Witts. And it's saved by Grove. Both teams going end to end, able to build opportunities. It's been Olympic though, with the shots at the end of their attacking moments. Tigers yet to put that final piece together. Mortlock. The Kiwi looks forward to Morris. Bernardi. Combining well on that right side. Looking for a way in. They'll have a throw here, the Tigers. Crisula, now for Mortlock. Tackled well. But McMahon returns the favour. Tigers back with it. Cross coming in from Mortlock. Bends away from Gordon. Visser is after the ball. Emily Visser still going, fool's wits. But the American recovers well, makes that tackle. Keach back to Crisula. Up against many of her A-League teammates with the Central Coast Mariners. Just like Bowman there on the ball. Gets the pass away to Sosai. Clever spin. The wingers off and away looking to feed Nicholas. Douglas cut off that pass. Fernandez now has Nada. Lauren Nada goes wide again. Witts will look to cross. An Olympic throw in here. So yesterday, with the Western Sydney Wanderers getting a 2-0 win over Northwest Sydney Spirit, confirms they are now far enough ahead of the Tigers, they can't be caught. And the 4 semi-finalists are secure for 2026. They could have a bit of shuffling, close enough to catch each other, and the Premier's not yet locked in. But the semi-finals this year will be, in some order, Bulls FC Academy, UNSW, RPL Leichhardt, and the Western Sydney Wanderers. And it's Bulls FC Academy who lead the race at the minute, but dropped points today. A draw with Sydney University. Whereas UNSW right behind them got the win. So it's still tied at the top. And then a little bit of a gap down to these mid-table teams. Tigers in 5th on 32 points and Olympic 8th on 30. So a win would see them jump up the table. Of course, pending other results currently taking place, or are a lot of the other matches. Morris is beaten to the ball by Thew. Looking inside to Nada. Composed play at the back. Might get them into trouble though. McMahon with the sliding challenge to win the ball back. Couldn't find a way out of the corner in the end. Was able to... Olympic were able to box her in. A little bit of an athletics reference there as we are at a ground more typically known for track and field. In fact, it can make it somewhat difficult viewing when the lights are set to illuminate the track rather than the soccer field. Nada. Cross too close to Grove. And the keeper dives on it. Douglas on the drive. One of a couple of players out there who have experience in the American college system. She went over to play at Bellarmine University in Kentucky. And then Morgan Witz is an American who graduated recently from the LSU Louisiana State University Tigers soccer program. And this evening she lines up as an Olympic player against the Tigers, so a bit different. It's great that the NPL is such a quality league, can attract players from around the globe. Tigers have been using the services of Ellie Head, the English player, all season, but a couple of weeks ago she returned home and has been missed by the Tigers up front. In fact, Ellie Head got on the score sheet last time these two sides faced off. Morris now looks to cut inside into the path of Voice Yulden in the end. Fernandez to Witz. Morgan Witz tries the cutback. Keach was well positioned. Couldn't find the outlet pass, so Olympic will get the ball back. Fernandez frustrated with herself there. Pass too wide for Witz to reach. Soft pass from Keach. Nicholas pounces on it. Particularly for these Tigers players, there's been a few passes that have just been too slow, too soft. They're used to the synthetic field up at North Turramurra, on grass this evening. And just a couple of moments where they've been caught out by the slower surface. Feeney. Unlikely to be caught out by grass. Has spent most of her NPL career with Sydney University, Amelia Feeney. Her first season in Tigers colours. It's now the Northern Tigers with their first corner of the game. The left wing back, Emily Visser, heads out to the right corner flag to take the set piece. Can take a good corner. Been warned by Coach Fingerity to watch out. She may be able to swing one all the way in herself. Drops at the near post, and Olympic come away with the ball through Bowman. Keach looking direct off the head of Morris. Almost looking to flick it onto herself there. There was no Tiger up ahead of her. Bowman tries to lay off the ball. for Buchanan, a little bit behind the fullback. Thew, surrounded by Tigers, has to do a spin and then play square to Bowman. The press is on here for the Northern Tigers. And Olympic are under pressure. There's no way out. Mortlock is the one to win the ball for the Tigers. Keach tries to play the gap. It's closed down well by Olympic. Petkovsky. Fernandez now to Nada, who's quite obviously fouled. Such a young talent. Still in school at the prestigious Westfield Sports High School that has produced so many credible footballers dominating in the A-League and with the national team. Matilda's one of their very famous alumni back in the country. Of course, Ellie Carpenter touring with Chelsea during their pre-season. Got the win yesterday, 7-0, massive thumping over the Auckland Invitational side. And then Wednesday night, we'll take on the A-League All-Stars. That game here in Sydney, it'll be great to see a former NPL New South Wales star, Ellie Carpenter, got her start with the Football New South Wales Institute. And of course, many NPL stars on the A-League team as well. Talia Yunus was absent from Wanderers duty as she's been in All-Stars camp. Beth Gordon can't control the throw into her chest. Surprising that Gordon wasn't involved in the All-Star. She was the fan-voted player of the season across the A-Leagues. Had a great season with Canberra United, who were able to secure a new owner in the off-season. Wits. Keach shows good physicality. The pass lacked the same quality though. Tigers want to go direct. They want to play these through balls through the gaps, but Olympic's back four have been alert to the danger thus far. Close down those gaps well, and now they've got a chance of their own with Petkovsky. Through to Nicholas Sosai. Fires one into Annalie Grove. Quality keeper. Another one of those Central Coast Mariners out there. Bernardi plays it to Mortlock. Mortlock was looking for Bernardi once again. Overran the pass. Gordon scoops it up instead. Strong challenge from Thew. McMahon's able to spin away. She gets the advantage for the foul. Mortlock. Wide to Bernardi. Taking on Buchanan. Beth Bernardi doing well. The pass. Poor though. These Tigers have been showing great individual talents with their dribbling, with their physicality, their strength on the ball, and then it's almost like the simple job. In a way, the pass, then they lose focus and give it up cheaply after doing a hard job. Crisula now. Aside from the opening few minutes, Tigers have gone quite a while without creating a shot. Nicholas. Petkovsky. Cross is blocked. Witz goes across the face of goal. With a big track around this field. If the ball goes out of bounds, it can take a while to retrieve it. Especially when there's no ball kids, no mascots being provided by Olympic. Tussle in the middle of the field. Bernardi comes away with the ball. Looking to play the feet of Mortlock. It's defended well by the home side. Also, big news yesterday that promotion has been secured in the League One women's competition. The Southern Districts Raiders, for the first time in their history, will be an NPL side next season. So, plan your away trips to Ernie Smith Reserve. A massive congratulations to the club, who's been working at it for 10 years under Technical Director Catherine Cannuli. And they join Sydney Olympic and several other clubs having both their men's and women's programs in the NPL. Although I say that, Olympic are a long way from safety on the men's side. A tight relegation race going on in the NPL men's competition. The women's side could all be decided today. Hills United, if they get some wins over the Western City Rangers, it will be the side from Mount Druitt, who, after 2 NPL seasons, go back down to League One. And after making the semi-finals in their inaugural season last year, it's been a disappointing 26. Meanwhile, Olympic with a free kick just over the halfway line. Jaya Bowman sends a ball into the box that rolls all the way through with no touch. McMahon dribbling crossfield, finds the pass to Mortlock. Mortlock coming inside now, loses the ball. Olympic with a chance to go forward. Bowman. And it'll be an Olympic throw. Both of these teams under first-year head coaches. Finn Garrity, just 23 years of age, taking the reins at the Northern Tigers this season, after previous coach Chris Wood has been promoted to be the coach of the Future Matildas program. And Sam McGowan has been in charge this season at Olympic. Boise Yulden. Over the top, sends Witz very wide. She's able to rein the ball in. Cuts past Visser. Witz had a good opportunity, but the shot just wasn't on target. Left it up and left of the goal. It's Olympic who look more likely to score. Catching Tigers on the counter, especially when the visitors commit too many players forward. It's Olympic who've had the shots, have forced a few saves out of Grove. Gordon goes back to the goalkeeper. Now Mortlock. Mortlock coming inside to receive the ball. Driving through the middle of the field. Has pace to burn. Does the New Zealander. Visser's pass. Looking for McMahon. In the end, Varley comes out to receive the ball and is almost taken out by her own centre back. Varley and Thew with a strong collision. Baxter Thew landing right on top of the goalkeeper, who's clutching at the side of her head a little bit, but will be able to continue. Breeze picking up here at Bankstown. It's been raining steadily throughout the game. And of course, it's a cool August evening, but really starting to feel the cold with limited protection here at the crest. Free kicks taken long. And Annie Grove gets right up to the top of her area. Takes it on the edge of the box. Visser with a poor touch. Gives up the throw. Lauren Nada, her first season with Sydney Olympic. Joined out of the Western Sydney Wanderers Academy. And before that, she was a Football New South Wales Institute athlete. Of course, the now defunct program was replaced by the Wanderers last season. Keach. Those direct balls just aren't really working for the Tigers. It's almost like they're carrying the ball too far. And by the time they do play a long ball, it's close enough that it can roll through to the keeper. Be something for Coach Finn Garrity to work on at halftime. About 10 minutes to go until halftime. Still 0-0 between Sydney Olympic and the Northern Tigers. It's the final match of round 23. Thew inside to Bowman, who stepped into midfield. Bowman Just rotating with Voice Yulden for the time being. Now for Fernandez. Forward to Witz. Cleverly lets it run. Petkovsky has a path towards the goal. And Tiana Petkovsky cuts back, where Douglas is able to make a crucial tackle. Very well done by the central defender for the Tigers. They're not out of the woods yet, though. Fernandez lays it off to Witz. Tigers winning the ball back. Now, Morris. To Mortlock. Back now to Bernardi. Tries a little dink over the top that isn't where Bernardi would want it. Didn't have the depth on that pass. Morgan Witz made that run too early. She's very frustrated. Close call, but lineswoman hasn't made the decision. Stephanie Hilton with the raised flag against Morgan Witz. Keach. All the way through to Varley. Bit of contact between Morris and Varley, but all fair, says referee Atkin Bolton. And Morris is able to pinch the pocket of Sophia Varley, and Morris gets a goal very much against the run of play. It's the Tigers who take the lead here at the Crest. Sophia Varley. Disappointing from the goalkeeper, fussing around with the ball at the back, and is tackled by the charging striker. Tanae Morris gets the scoring going. And Olympic would be frustrated. They'd been building well. They'd had quite a few opportunities. Hadn't been clinical. And one mistake gives the Tigers the lead. Over the top. And Grove with safe hands. More assured keeper. Although they both are quality shot stoppers, both featured in the recent A-League season. Visser looking for the cutback. Come back to Visser, who is called offside. Varley was part of the Melbourne City team that won the competition in the A-League Women's, but gave up a really poor goal there. Complaints there from the Olympic players that Emily Visser had hold of a jersey. She'd just given them the throw in anyway by kicking the ball out, so Olympic on the ball now. Buchanan. Wide to Sosai. Nicholas. Cross coming in. The Olympic players just all missed that ball. Izzy Keach allowed to progress up the field. Now Bernardi swings it out wide to Mortlock. Feeney will have herself a throw in. Scrappy on the far side. It's Mortlock who comes away with the ball. Tigers try to go over the top. Nada was after it. Gets the pass down the line. Petkovsky challenging Visser. Now Fernandez and Greta Crisula battling. Crisula gives up the foul on her Mariners A-League teammate. Few. Nada goes back to Bowman. Now Bernardi just plays the ball too straight into the path of Baxter Few. Tanae Morris does have speed to burn, but needed that ball on a wider angle. Visser forward to McMahon, clever little fake with her body, gets the cross in, goes all the way through the box. Really clever use of the body there from Lily McMahon. Sosai goes back to Few. Now for Lauren Nada. Slipping the pass in behind to Witt. Cross coming in. Feeney gets a touch. And Mortlock almost rescued the ball, but in the end seemed to have crossed that back line, and Sydney Olympic will have a corner. Corner comes in. Curls all the way out on the far side. Morgan Witts, who took the set piece, but couldn't get it either to a teammate or looked like she might have been going for goal herself. In the end, disappointing outcome for Olympic. Olympic with shouts of handball. They'll have to settle for a throw in. Few. To Bowman, who's surrounded by Tigers and fouled in that process, but won't have time to take the free kick. Half-time blown here at the Crest. It's the Northern Tigers who hold a 1-0 lead over Sydney Olympic. Gets around Morris, the cross coming in. It's a high looping cross onto the head of Sano. Can't be cleared, and Sano sneaks it in past Grove at the near post. Crisula, wide to Feeney. High looping cross coming in, and in off the hands of Simmons.
Wits. Oh, lovely ball to Nicholas. Nicholas! Oh, that is beautiful, Sydney Olympic.
Inspire 40-time Matilda and Carmis, who is crowded off it. And a shot from distance is right to the line. With Santos arriving in the box, the ball goes there. Good stop. Coleman keeps it out, still not dealt with. Coleman on the volley. The looks of things will keep it in. Did well. Cross into the middle. And unmarked at the back post was Amendolia. And at the second opportunity, will put it into the back of the net. Conceding a fourth, more than they are to score one of their own as it's sent in towards the back post, and they've just got that fourth. Free kick. So again, just a wait one. Not a bad idea at all. They've got a fifth.
Come over to the right. Daniela Naimi is staying over on the left for Bulls. And they're pressing all the way up to the goalkeeper here. Leet plays it out. Oh, Souza has picked Pryor's pocket. Tamira Souza saved straight into the path of Indy dos Santos. And Bulls Academy previous years, but not quite this evening. Here's Captain Ellis for the instant reply. And Letta couldn't miss. Goalkeeper drawn out, and Ashley Letta makes it 1-1 in the blink of an eye. Looks like she's going to lay it off for Sarah Hunter. So, indirect free kick. Hunter blasts it off the woodwork. Follow up and in. And the sister act is struck because it's Janaea dos Santos who has volleyed it in for 2-1 to the Bull. And a long ball here from Maya Lobo. Brought down by Tash Pryor. And she prods it goals and scores. Tash Pryor with a quick equaliser at the start of the second half for Apia. And the physical presence of Pryor.
Dyke just being challenged by Abdul Massi and Sky Halmerick, and they've taken it away from Van Dyke there. Halmerick with the shot, and it's gone in there. And you've gone and done the exact same. Tiana Fuller out on this far side, putting the cross in and chip the keeper there. But they do need the goal, and they may get it here with Poppy Tay. Poppy Tay putting it in the back of the net, and that is...
Majority are heading for the exits. You'll see them in the background. That's a lovely ball forward, picking out Alyssa Nungsad. Keep it a beat, puts it in, and carries it. Wanderers 1-0, 90 seconds gone. Again, on the inside was Nikita Fazari. Now the shot comes in, a good save from Kristanovska is not enough. Talia Yunus into the box, and that's been turned home beautifully by Alyssa Nungsad. That's her brace. Just a double back. Swings it into the box. Millie Bennett. 4-0. Nice bearing down on goal. Lays it off. And Nungsad makes it 5 with a lovely finish. Plays out. She's in trouble here. Alyssa Nungsad. Talia Yunus puts it home for the half dozen. Illawarra Stingrays 0, Sydney Olympic 1. Here's a chance for Claire Holder, chips the keeper and puts it away. That's a great start from the Rangers. Millie Bennett inside the area, lays it off, and nicely finished. Second effort, Musa, no. Nungsad, third effort, puts it away. Wins it back, Musa. On the left, Musa!
Students come in, goes over the top there. Now, here's a chance, and a get one! Brilliantly played by Dale. She looks to play the advantage in the penalty area, blocked there by the students. Here's a chance for Dale, and that will go in and equalise. Locked in. Chance now for Manly. They'll look to strike. Big Kerr, but stolen away by Channing. Trips over, they'll have a strike, and Manly gets one in, and they go in front! And it's Ellie Kerr that scores! It will be Chase, here's a chance for Burton. Here's an open space, gets it! Leah Burton equalises from a mistake by Chelsea McCree.
Every week, hundreds of thousands of people turn up around football grounds around New South Wales. Parents, kids, refs, coaches and volunteers. Cardiac incidents can happen to anyone at any time on the pitch.
Right now, not every club has a defibrillator.
And the ones that do are not always maintained or ready to use. In a critical moment, with a defib, that could save lives. That's why Football New South Wales, St John Ambulance and Toyota have come together for Every Beat Matters to help clubs around New South Wales to access defibrillators, cover maintenance and build a register so we know exactly where every unit is around the state. All you need to do is buy a ticket through Raffletix. $5 can make a difference. Every ticket goes towards funding defibrillators and maintenance for clubs that need it most. A live fundraising board shows exactly how much is being raised. And every ticket you buy puts you in the draw to win a Toyota Corolla. One ticket, real impact. Help your club be ready when it matters. So buy your ticket today.
Second half about to get underway here at the Crest. It's the Northern Tigers with a 1-0 lead over Sydney Olympic. That goal through Tanae Morris's defensive efforts, leading the line up top, was able to tackle the keeper Sevilla Varley and tap a goal home. Olympic would feel hard done by. They've had more attacking opportunities, have been able to unleash more shots, but yet to put a goal on the board. Cold evening here. The rain has been constant throughout the game. Despite both teams unable to reach the finals, they've been pushing hard, eager to finish the season as strongly as possible. Of course, for team pride, but also, you never know when the A-League scouts are watching. So many players get picked up after a strong season here in the best state league. The NPL New South Wales leads the country. Amelia Feeney's won an early free kick. And taken long. This the final match in round 23, which has produced some important results. The Western Sydney Wanderers yesterday winning 2-0 over Northwest Sydney Spirit and securing their place in the finals. Then earlier today, current ladder leaders Bulls FC Academy dropped points when they drew 1-1 with Sydney University. And hot on their tail, NSW FC with a 1-0 win in the match of the round against the MacArthur Rams. Now, despite Bulls dropping points, they continue their undefeated record. They are pushing for the all-time record. An early corner here for the Northern Tigers, a chance to double their lead. It's Beth Gordon heading out to take the set piece. High delivery, swung in on the back post. Varley pads it down, and then Olympic able to clear. Nicholas looking for support. Finds Buchanan. Lucy Yulden fires a ball straight into Feeney. Morris picks up that loose ball, was offside, and Feeney just catching her breath. Won't have long though, the free kick's taken quickly. Pitkovsky. Bowman to Nicholas. Down the line. Buchanan is after it. Back to Sosai. Dribbles into trouble. Bernardi makes the tackle. A few strong challenges in that passage of play. All allowed to continue. Nada looking to settle things down for Olympic at the back. As I was saying, Bulls FC Academy extend their unbeaten streak to 19 games now. Equal second of all time with the 2023 MacArthur Rams team. all-time leaders are the Sydney University team of 2019, who went 20 games unbeaten. So the Bulls looking to level that record next week and then would have a chance to take it outright against the Northern Tigers. They'll be hosting them at Northbridge in just a couple of weeks. Beth Gordon right now out there for the Northern Tigers was part of that current record leading Sydney University side. As Finn Geraghty pulls off a bit of a scorpion kick on the sideline. The other big result, which is still got minutes to play, Hills United are up 3-0 over the Western City Rangers. And that would ensure their relegation, so be as Mortlock gets on the attack here. Her cross blocked by Buchanan. Unable to get the pass away to Sosai. Tackled by Feeney, and the Tigers will come once again. McMahon takes it out over the line. Much to the Tigers' disagreement. Hills United at this stage, or at last check, are up 3-0 over the Western City Rangers, who need to win to keep their NPL hopes alive. Manly United were also up 3-0 over the Illawarra Stingrays, and Apia Leichhardt just wrapped up a 4-2 win over the Gladesville Ravens, so it'll wrap up around the league. Grove taking no chances, sends the ball as far away as she can. Saw what happened at that end in the first half, where the keeper was caught out. McMahon trying to double the lead. Pops out to Mortlock. Sydney Olympic defence does their job. Gets the ball out to Sosai. Excellent ball forward to Nicholas, who just stumbles at the wrong moment. Can't secure what would be an important touch. Sosai. Crisula made the tackle. And Kai Buchanan will pick up yellow card. A really silly decision from her to throw the ball away. Unnecessary booking. Feeney going down the line. Off the head of Morris, now to Gordon. Sosai. Taking on Feeney, goes to ground. All ball, says Atkin Bolton. And Buchanan takes the throw quickly. Forward to Lola Sosai. Off the head of Gordon there. Sosai and Gordon are on different teams tonight, but they were champions back with the MacArthur Rams together in 2024. Shot comes in. Grove gets down well at her near post to save that strike from Morgan Witts. Tegan Douglas. Feeney to Mortlock. They're headed back. Patient Tigers group playing with it at the back. Douglas wants to go long now. And that's how they almost give it up. Bernardi able to rescue the ball back into Tigers' possession. You don't see that often at this level. Kai Buchanan through the ball. Out on the full. Gets a chance to retake the throw in. Morris frustrated. Bowman was sheltering the ball out. Rather unnecessary strong challenge, but perhaps a reminder to Bowman. Or a warning shot from Tanae Morris. Bernardi to Gordon. Morris now lays it off for Lily McMahon. They sent back their own side of halfway. All the way back to the keeper. But Tigers still with the ball. Keach forward to Gordon, who's muscled off the ball. Olympic unable to capitalise on winning the ball upfield. Nada makes the intercept. Both teams fighting for the ball. It's a real physical contest. Feeney has the time to clear. It's Petkovsky who remains down in backfield, struggling with I'm not sure what, but is in some discomfort. An Olympic play the ball out so that she can get checked. Tigers do the right thing, throwing it back to Sydney Olympic. And Petkovsky able to continue. Bella Voisiuden. Thew. Plays it forward. Rolls out over the sideline. Away from Witts. Tigers work it out of trouble well. Visser Off the head of Morris. Bernardi, Crisula now, looking to switch play. Gets it out to Mortlock. But Buchanan has it now for Olympic. Douglas pushed to ground. Play continuing. Felix Atkin-Bolton. Referee very happy to let play continue and let strong challengers play themselves out. Keach back to Grove. The pressure coming quickly. Witts fancied herself a chance, just like Morris had in the first half. The timing much better from the Tigers keeper. It's Morgan Witts on the ball once again. Her pass off the mark. Keach tries to go over the top. It's too straight. And Varley able to pass to Bowman. Both teams playing in a very compact strip across the field. Firing long balls over the top that more often than not the keepers are getting to. And that time Petkovsky not holding the line. Offside against the Olympic midfielder. Olympic not happy with the pace. Tigers, but when you're up 1-0, there's no mad rush to get the ball in field. Amelia Feeney over the top. This will land in a more contestable zone, but still rolls through to Varley. Olympic player down. It's Petkovsky who was collected. Apologies, that was Fernandez who went to ground and won the free kick for Olympic. And Nicholas trips up herself on the ground. There's no contact from any Tiger. Nicholas and Feeney, teammates last year at Sydney University, helping each other up. Keach. Play our Olympic going over the top with the clearance. Douglas gets the pass around Nicholas to Feeney. And Crisula shows great desperation, throwing her body at the ball to make the intercept. It's a scrappy game, quite messy from both sides. Late, cold game, rain pouring down. You can sense that it's going to be a gritty win for whoever can get the result. Nicholas found the back of the net last week against Stingrays. Still hunting to open the scoring here this evening. Olympic down 1-0. Gordon. Back to Douglas. Tigers happy to play quite slowly, especially at the back. Wait for things to unfold upfield and then go the long ball. Often bypassing their midfield entirely. Meanwhile, Olympic look to be preparing the first change of the game. Tara Bordana is ready to take the field, replacing Juliana Nicholas. Bernardi turns. Looking for Morris. First year playing in the NPL New South Wales after previously featuring in the South Australia, her home state, and Queensland competitions. Last year was the Golden Boot up in Queensland with Brisbane City. Has been less prolific in front of goals in a tougher league this season, but is the Tigers' top scorer on the year. Meanwhile, Witts cutting back on her left foot, and Morgan Witts finds the back of the net. A confident finish, and we are level here at Bankstown. Sydney Olympic get the equaliser against the Northern Tigers. There's plenty of time left to go for both teams to find a winner here at the Crest. That speed from Witts makes her so elusive. Getting round the outside of Izzy Keach, then cutting back and fires into the net before Grove has any chance to react. The speed was the real killer there. Feeney looking over the top. Morris lays it off. McMahon. They reply very quickly within a minute. Restoring the lead are the Northern Tigers. The long ball that hasn't really been working eventually pays off. Morris lays off for McMahon, and the ever-experienced Lily McMahon with a clever one-touch finish and gets her team back in front. So Olympic had just gone from celebrating, looking dejected once again, and will need to come back. They've equalised once in this game. Can they do so again? We've just had 2 goals within 60 seconds. I doubt we'll see 3, but you never know. Olympic certainly wouldn't mind if they can equalise just as quick. Lucy Yulden. It's the ball wide to Sosai. Witts wants it. Sosai goes herself, and Grove makes the save at her near post. So, if you've blinked and you've missed it, 2 quick goals. Tigers are still in front, but it's now 2-1. Olympic had the equaliser through Witts. McMahon replied just as quickly. Grove goes to ground. Pitkovsky now in that top striker role after the Nicholas substitution. And Tara Bordana slots in as the attacking midfielder for Sydney Olympic. Tigers on the charge once again. Varley makes the save. So Tara Bordana, the substitute, getting in the action there. And it was just after the substitution that Olympic were able to find a goal. Ball over the top, Sosai. Just offside. She was desperate to try and hold the run. You could see her slowing up. And the pass just took too long to be played in. Tigers in no rush to take this free kick. Olympic eager to speed them up. Witts from distance. Morgan Witts leaves it out wide. She saw Grove was well off her line. In fact, Grove was out of the 18-yard box entirely. She had have left that a few metres to the left. Had the keeper completely beat. Morgan Witts has scored the goal for Sydney Olympic. Eager to get a second there and looks the most likely at this time. Feeney. Tara Bordana stops any progress for Feeney. An unlikely goal scorer last week against Hills United. Was looking probably for a cross. Wasn't real happy off it off the boot, and in the end what should have been an easy save slipped through the fingers of the Hills keeper and meant the Tigers got a draw out of that game. As Crisula goes over the top, Bernardi ran off the ball well by Bowman, who falls down over Varley in doing so. Few sees no way forward, goes back instead. The midfield opens up and Fernandez can play forward to Bordana. It's a compact Tigers defense. It's hard to break down. Bowman's pass, lacking accuracy. Fernandez shows good strength despite the pressure of Gordon. But it's given up cheaply by her teammate. Olympic on the defence now. Tigers team slow to take the throw in. And they've won themselves a corner here, the Northern Tigers. Beth Bernardi with some clever dribbling, and Emily Visser will head out for the set piece. Taken short, Mortlock. Back to Beth Gordon. Going for goal and doesn't get enough power. Bounced ahead of Varley and slowed that shot right down. Grove taking no chances. Plays one all the way through to her keeper on the opposite end. Olympic forward through Witts. Lays the pass off to Pitkovsky. Now for Voici Yulden. Slips up on soft ground. Tigers turn to their bench for the first time this evening. It's Emily Visser, who makes way into the game, is Sophie Watson. Fresh off her first grade debut last week. Given a few more minutes here this evening. McMahon. Ball slips through to the Tigers forward. Lila McMahon looking to cross it in. Makes its way to Morlock. Tries a back heel. And Fernandez, I believe it is, who's dived on the ball and is penalised for lying on top of the ball. A free kick from close range for the Northern Tigers. It's Izzy Keach. Takes many a free kick, not usually from this close. Often further back, and she's looking for a teammate. This could be shooting range for Keach. And would probably put the game to bed if they could go up by 2. Chance for the Northern Tigers to take a decisive lead in this match. Can they extend the margin? A bit of a trick play, perhaps. Plays in the feet of Gordon and didn't work out there for the Tigers. One back by Gordon. The cross comes in. Feeney can't connect on the shot. Trying something tricky there, the Tigers, and went a bit off the script. Almost had a chance for Feeney at the top of the box, but that doesn't work out either. Morlock sizing up Sosai, has to go back to Feeney. The Tigers are screaming that they thought it was a corner. Captain Amelia Feeney really convinced that that ball had scraped an Olympic player on the way through, but Felix Atkin-Bolton, the referee, not interested in her argument. Olympic back with it. They've equalised once this evening. Looking to do so once again. Witts inside to Fernandez, where the ball is lost for Olympic. Now Bernardi. Forces the handball out of Sosai. It'll be a Tigers free kick just over the halfway line. And the other games of round 23 have all wrapped up now. It was Manly who held on to a 3-0 convincing win against the Illawarra Stingrays in that Battle of the Beaches, Battle of the Coasts. As Keach goes long, Varley comes out to claim the ball and is fouled as she jumps up. Sophia Varley just sitting up now and back up. On her feet is the goalkeeper. As Olympic look to bring on Quilligan soon. She's standing by the sideline ready to go. Standing by the sideline shivering as she's had to take off her jacket ready to come on the field. The other result that just wrapped up, Hills United beat the Western City Rangers 3-0. And that confirms they will not be in the NPL next season. Relegated to League One Women's just a year after making the semi-finals. And a year before that they were promoted, so a short but memorable stint in the NPL for Western City. Got promoted under the name the Mount Druitt Town Rangers, and that's the name they played semi-finals in as well. Bit of a rebrand under new owners this year, which hasn't been successful. Ball comes wide to Buchanan. Sosai. Buchanan continuing the run and will reach the ball. Kai Buchanan plays the cross in, and Keach doesn't get great connection as she attempts to clear. Olympic will come once again, and that shot off a standing start from Tara Bordana rolls through to Grove very, very slowly. Well, takes the bounce really, but this level you've got to be able to generate more power, and off a standing shot, couldn't even get a step in to muster up any speed on the shot. The change coming now for Sydney Olympic. Maya Fernandez makes way and will be replaced by Tess Quilligan. Was in the starting lineup last week. Has a job to do off the bench this evening. It's the Olympic team, hungry to equalise. Buchanan. Kept in well there by Bernardi, but Olympic back in possession. Bowman inside to Buchanan. It's lost, and the Tigers have a real chance. Few. With an emphatic clearance. Crisula to McMahon. The two combining well. The spin from Watson. The Tigers substitute. Over the top, McMahon is after it, and the ball will just skid away on this wet surface. Tackle made well by Mortlock. McMahon goes to ground. Quite a acrobatic fashion, but did look all ball from here, and the referee thought so too. Tanae Morris happy to see out that deflection for a corner. No clock here at the Crest, but this game can't have long left. Tigers looking to cement the victory here. This would be the death blow. Mortlock. Free kick eventually given, a real scuffle on that far corner. It was Gordon who went to ground. Tight tussle of bodies. Mortlock was trying to shelter the ball in the corner. Tigers trying to manage the game now as time ticks down at the Crest. For Olympic, it's their last moments. Looking to continue the winning streak. They've had 3 straight victories. But find themselves behind in this match. Down 2-1 against the Northern Tigers. Who've made do with draws the last 2 weeks. The Tigers very eager to get back to winning ways and would be devastated if they drew level once again. Want to take all 3 points back to North Taramara, and that's a silly foul by Tiana Petkovsky. Unnecessary with Mortlock in her own half, facing her own goal, to go in that strong. Tigers slow to play the ball long. Gordon. Morris. Headed for the corner. But it will be an Olympic throw. You can really see the different attitudes of both teams. The Tigers are up. They want this whistle to be blown any moment and are quite happy to slow the game right down. As soon as Olympic win it back, it's go, go, go. Very quick as they hunt for a chance to equalise for the second time this evening. Tara Bordana applying the pressure. Came off the bench this evening and she's done well, Bordana. The ball's been picked up. Out wide by Petkovsky. Olympic thought they had a corner. In the end, it's a goal kick that could take a long time to be taken. And eventually Annie Grove takes that goal kick. Olympic. It's Lauren Narda who throws the ball in. Had a good first half, been quieter in the second. Buchanan, Sosai. Tackled by Feeney. Bowman recovers the loose ball, but Feeney once again a strong tackle. Ball never went in off Bowman's throw. It's Buchanan's turn to try and take it. Kaya Buchanan throws back to Thew. Backs to Thew. Switches out to Nada. Olympic, no, they don't have many chances left. This could be the moment. Bodana. It's cleared away by Douglas. The foul committed right on the edge of the area by Sophie Watson. Olympic. Prime opportunity to level up this game and take a point out of a tough matchup against the Northern Tigers. Wet, cold affair that could end in a stalemate. Olympic desperate to equalise. They've gone behind twice this evening. Equalised just the once. Here's their chance. Sosai's delivery. Punched away by Grove. Bernardi clears. Not very far. It'll come back. Douglas gets the clearance further. Now wide for Nada. Thew still up. Hit the ref, so drop ball is played. Off the head of Baxter Thew. Olympic, you can sense the desperation. Wits, and that is the full-time whistle. Here at the Crest, the Northern Tigers back to winning ways. 2-1 over Sydney Olympic. Goal in the first half to Tanae Morris. Olympic equalised through Morgan Wits. Less than 60 seconds later, it was the Northern Tigers who restored their lead. Lily McMahon with the winner. I'm Annabelle Banfield. That wraps up round 23 of the NPL New South Wales women's competition. Stay across all the action on the social media channels, and next week, round 24, which is one of the final rounds in this season. So stay across all the matches live streamed on the Football New South Wales YouTube page. Good evening, everyone.